Hey, what's up, Transformer addicts? This is C-Spray, and I'm here yet again to give you a Transformer fix. Today we're going to do another Dark of the Moon Transformer review today. Right now, in front of you, we're going to take a look at Space Case. This guy's a Decepticon. This figure was released as a Target and a Zellers exclusive. Pretty sweet looking figure. This is a retool, repaint of Hunt for the Decepticons. Nice looking package here. Very excited to get this, and it was pretty cool. These things are about $16 regular price, and I found it for like 12 bucks. So this thing also comes with a comic book, and I'll show you it in the photos if you want to check it out. We got statistics here. If you care to read that, you can pause your monitor now. Moving on, like I said, cool looking figure. Got the back of the package here. A little bit of a write-up up top. If you care to read that, you can pause your monitor now. Sweet, sweet. So we have his robot mode, fighter jet mode. He does come with a trident, spear thing. Spear converts to trident, blah blah blah. Weapon storage. And yeah, so not much more to say about this thing in the package. I do like the coloring, I do like the artwork. It's pretty sweet. Okay guys, so let's open this guy up and take a look at him in further detail. Alright, let's do this. Alright guys, here we have Space Case. Out of the package, looking pretty sweet as you can see. Nicely detailed and colored. He has a lot going on, you know, it's a lot in your face with decals, Cybertronian writing, little images here and there. But it's not too bad, you know. I personally like it. I didn't expect this to be a translucent color. It's slightly translucent, as you can see. You know, this here on the tail wings are a little bit more of a solid color compared to pretty much everything else, you know, except for body limbs and whatnot. But decent enough, and you know, it's very surprisingly, you know, I'm not a big fan of these kind of little bit lightning bolt things here, but you know, it doesn't, you know, it works. It's not too bad, and a little bit more reminiscence to the original Space Case. These colors underneath, what have you, but you know, you still Decepticon insignia there. He does come with this weapon that does detach, and you can either have it on this piece here, which is more feasible for it when it has its landing gear down, and if you want to just to have it flying around and maybe hang it from a string from the ceiling or what have you, you can flip the landing gear inwards, and then you can put this piece and you can just attach it underneath. But I'll just show you. Landing gear does go down, as you can see. It goes this, and whatever, and then you can just take the trident and just pop it on there, and there you go. Pretty slick. But yeah, you know, so we'll just take a quick gander at the trident thing here. A little bit different than Pterodive's. I'll show you photos of Pterodive and all of this in his alternate mode and the accessory at the end of this review. But you can see this one here, it's black and silver and plain gray throughout the staff, and it just, you know, unclips, as you can see, and you can tweak this a little bit. I think that's pretty much it. I haven't handled one of these for quite some time. You go like this. Yeah, decent weapon. Okay, so we will just put that to the side, and this has a little clip, and you can just attach it to the hole on the back end of the trident blade piece there. Pretty cool. Alright, put that to the side and get on with the figure. You can just take another quick look at this and see some black, you know, triangular designs with a Decepticon with like a triad style lightning bolt with a circle around it. It's pretty decent. Doesn't look too bad. Then you got the Cybertronian writing. You know, like I said, it's a lot going on. It's a weird combination of, you know, Cybertronian writing and these little decals. So King Lapo actually made a good point. So you can actually have this in your movie line, or you can have it in your Classics Generation line. Totally up to you, but the option is there for having that playability, and that it just helps separate, you know, the figures, contrast in both lines. You know, it's a good idea, is my point I'm trying to make. But anyways, let's take another quick look, and then we will jump into transformation. I don't mind it. You know, the decals look pretty cool. Lots going on. It'd be cool to see what all this stuff means, especially like these ones down here. But anyways, we will now transform him. So all you want to do, you just look for the separating points. In this case, it's going to be the side wings, which are going to be his legs. And I can just turn these around and bring this crotchal region piece down and watch that leg pop off at you. This thing has 3D features, as you can see. Pieces fly at you, but it's not a big deal. These things do pop on. Pretty simple. Biggity bam, biggity boo. They pop off as easily as they come off. So now you can just take this feet and heel part. You can separate it from one another. Just kind of pull it out and then pull it out like that. And there you go. You got the feet rocking it out. And you got them half done there, as you can see. You can twist these wings around if you want and get those out of the way. This one's a little bit more loose. Next up, this whole back end of the plane seems like it wants to move. So all you want to do now, just start working it out from pieces that are attached to each other. So I'm going to take these pieces off, just separate them and split them, and then pull them apart from each other. Take these parts down, these back thruster pieces, that's going to be his arms, and there's a little bit of flakage there, so just be careful. Next up, you want to twist the cockpit area around. So like I said, you can just take it here, flip it around, just take these wings, fold them inwards or upwards like that, as you can see there, and then you want to okay, this is going to be his back. So you just take this piece up here, twist it around, and then bring all this down, and that reveals his head. And you can just take these pieces now, pull them up. That's going to become his back part there. Bring down his arms, and you can now bring these side pieces towards the top shoulder pieces there, clip them in, as you can see there, and then we pretty much are almost done. You just want to reveal the hands there. Where are they? You can see them in there, but just take it and split it up, and then you can now take his hand and pull it around and then close these babies up, and then do the same thing with this side. Open it up, take the arms, flip them around, close these up, and just make sure this piece doesn't snap out. And then you can either have your figure like this, and this still needs to clip into, but I'm just going to show you something here. This piece actually has to clip into the back part there. But there's two ways you can do this. You can have it this way. This would look kind of cool for a space case to give me that G2 Cyberjet look. Or you want to do what it suggests on the back of the package, is I think how it's supposed to go anyway, but it gives you those options. I'll just show you quickly here. So you can have it like this. You can rock it like I have Pterodive here. It looks pretty cool. Or you can take this and you can actually open this up, flip this around, and then there you go. And now all you want to do with this stuff, just work it around and just make sure you can clip that red piece back into the back part of the hole there on the back piece here, as you can see right there. So just work it, make sure you get it in there, and it will fit a lot nicer. So after you work it a little bit, it will fit in there. As you can see, it kind of just rests in there, and it doesn't so much clip in there. You just gotta work it and just kind of fit it back there. You see this one here, I don't have his clipped in there, but this one is clipped in there. So, and then I had these wing pieces up here, so just to finish it off, all you want to do is just take them and pull them down, and on these little circular motion pieces, and just twist them around, and then make sure all of it just fits in there. They should go flat. You just have to find the right angles and proportioning methods. See? There you go. And they clip in there too, actually. There you go. Fit in there pretty good. And just to mention, playing around with this, as you can see, his head did pop off. So 2 parts popped off in the process of just trying to mess around with this guy. So, 3 parts. Can we go for a 4th? Hallelujah! Space Case can put his arm back on. You can't, so play safe. The color combinations are a little bit obscure, but they're not too bad. There you have it. But yeah, I'm really digging this guy, actually. Always one wants to clip out all the time. One part wants to clip out. I really like this guy. I didn't think he was going to be released in the North American line. I thought he was going to be released in the Japanese line, so it's pretty cool. Still trying to think if he's going to go with my classics or my movie line. So I was planning. I already have a space for him, Space Case, on the shelf. I was going to have this guy holding his trident up, and then on the other side, have him holding his trident up the other way. But I'm still kind of debating. I'm still trying to debate if I want to get 2 even, have them one both sides. Damn you, King Lawful! I'm putting these thoughts in my head. But yeah, overall, great figure. I really like it. Like I said, color combinations a little bit obscure. I like the colors in, I think, his plain mode more than I do in his robot mode. I don't know if I really like that brown color on there. The white looks not too bad. A little bit overwhelming in the leg area in robot mode. I think they should have separated a little bit with that blue. And I don't really like these brown pieces here. I think it kind of clashes with the robot, in my opinion. It kind of looks different on camera, but in person it looks a little bit weird. But it's totally up to you. Playability is pretty good. Articulation is decent. His arms can rotate 360 at the shoulders, but it's a little bit hindered by bits and pieces. And this little piece can also store his trident thing. You can turn it around, flip it this way, all the way around. And arms can move 360 at the bicep, and they do pop off, so just be careful. They can move in and out at the elbow, and they do have 2 points of movement. And like I said, watch out for that arm. Hands can rotate 360, which are pretty decent. Legs can move side to side, back to back. A little bit hindered by bits and pieces, like I said, with his arms also. They can move at the knee, and they do have, feet swivel movement. They can move up and down and what have you, but everything's all somewhat hindered by all these wings and just pieces and loose parts in his arm. But it's not too bad as soon as you get the hang of it and play around with it a little bit and just get the feel of it. What else? His head can rotate 360 up and down, pretty decent. Really nice light piping. And I really like this guy though. The colors aren't definitely my thing, but I do like it in its own right. But trident again, you can have him hold it in his hand. They get better poses and movement with this thing. You want to just clip the hands on these thicker pieces there. And then if you want, one is holding the other as well, give you that look as you can see. Or you can have it loose on there and kind of have it however you want, as long as one is more structured on one of the thicker pieces. That way it doesn't flop around. But you can do whatever the heck you want, and that's the fun about having an imagination and playing around with these things, because you can do whatever you want and nobody can tell you what to do. You can get feedback and ideas on how to do stuff, but when it comes down to it, it's totally up to you. I also like when he has these Cybertronian tattoos. They kind of make him more look badass with these tattoos on the side. Looks kind of cool. You can see it on the side there too. And if you want to store his weapon, you can either store it on his shoulder if you wish, which looks kind of funny, or you can store it in his back. You can have it either up in the air like that, or you can turn it around. That way it's more out of the way. But you can see it in the back, as you can see, but totally up to you. So aside from loving this guy and a few color mismatches, but you know, it kind of works for this guy. I think he's really cool. Also, just to mention, of course, you know, again, the retractable landing gear, you know, of course, that goes up and down. Really nice detailing throughout the figure. And for example, it really stands out too on Terradive, for example. The legs, you see all the wiring and all the different metal pieces. It's a little bit more plain with the white, but there's a lot of detail in there. And the overall great figure. Um, until you know work it yourself, it has a little bit of bits and pieces that I like to get all loose, but you get to play around with it and it stays for you. Like for example, bits and pieces down here after you know you find how it turns and twists and turns and matches in there. There are little clips and pegs on the leg, clips into the leg. And there's also a piece on the wing that will clip in there. It's on the wing and it's on the side of the leg there, so it stays in there a lot easier than you may think at first. Standing is a little bit tedious, but it's just the way it's designed, and you just have to, again, just play around with it. But I really think this thing could work as a Energon dive bomb, just the way the legs look and the wings on the sides. And I think he even had like some kind of trident knife thing. But anyways, great figure. I really like it. I really like the hand sculpt, and I just think it looks really cool. So to transform this back into his jet mode, all you want to do, you can unclip the arms, free those babies up. You can now loosen all this stuff up. Just loosen this piece up. You can now twist it around, and bang, there you go. You can now take this piece, unfold it from the back, take the neck top piece here with the body, twist it 180. You can now bring these wings down. You can straighten this stuff out. As you can see, take the wings, twist them around. As you can see now, you can start working these thruster pieces. Holding these arms up and putting it into place can be a little bit tricky, so you just gotta play around with it. I know it's easy to say to play around with it, and I should be giving you a proper, you know, demonstration here, but again, you really have to work with it. So make sure this piece is facing out, this clip piece here, and then you can now take these arms and just kind of fold it in, and you want to get this thruster piece towards the back end of the jet. As you can see, there's actually a clip on the thruster and a clip on the burgundy piece, and you want to just clip it in there. Again, do this same technique with this arm. You want to try and fold it up and then get it through there, so that way it's a little bit awkward, but it should get in there. As you can see, I can fold these in, and I'm assuming you can clip them together. Yeah, clip them together, and there you go. So finish this off. You pull all this leg junk to the back, and you want to start tweaking these around. Fold in the feet. Just twist the legs around. Bring out the wings, as you can see, it's starting to form itself. You can now take these red pegs, and there's these holes on the sides. You want to clip them together, but make sure this head is out of the way. So make sure you put the head out of the way. Bring this piece up. Bring these legs down. You can now clip these in. And now you can adjust the wings. The legs will come undone, so you just have to do it again until you can get it in there. Let's clip these in. Straighten those out. Align everything. Make sure these are clipped in there. These are a little bit loose, but make sure they're in there. And I think that is it for up here. So like I said, after everything is aligned and everything's clipped into place, it will hold itself together, and there you have it. Looking really nice. I really like this, and it's a really nice jet mode, really nice robot mode. It's fun. After you play around with it, it does get easier to transform. Sorry if I made it out to be so difficult, but it's really not that difficult. And again, you have the options of storing this away on here, having it underneath, or you can store it down here. But that's that. Here you have it. Dark of the Moon Space Case, Target / Zeller's exclusive. Comes in the wave with RC, from the Revenge of the Fallen, Jazz from 2007, and a Bumblebee repaint, but who cares really about that. But this is it. This is really your prize out of the wave. A great figure. It's really sought after already. I found this on sale and I did pick up 3 of them, so stay tuned. I might be giving one in a contest either on Facebook or YouTube. But yeah, thanks for checking out my review on Space Case. And this is Sea Spray, and I'll catch you guys in the next review. Alright, see you later.